And we are starting right where we left off. Welcome back to the vlog, friends. I don't know why I said happy Vlogmas. Okay, I want to show you a couple of things. So, the rest of the week, I really want to finish the reformatory. I told y'all that it's scaring me, but I did get it on my iPad. Remember when Lola used to call her iPad an iPad? I said, remember when Lola used to call her iPad an iPad? So I did download a copy of the reformatory in Apple Books, as you can see right here. So I want to finish that, which I think I can finish it this week. I have maybe about 300 or so pages left. I want to show y'all some pens I got, but then I want to show you the 2 physical books that I would like to read. So first I have Land of Love and Drowning by Tiffany Unique. So I had an idea where I wanted to do a video where I read books that were released 10 years ago, because this would be the 10-year anniversary. And I think I'm still going to do it, but this was one of the books, and this had already been on my TBR for a while, so I have it. So this says, in the early 1900s, the Virgin Islands are transferred from Danish to American rule, and an important ship sinks into the Caribbean Sea. Orphaned by the shipwreck and the death of its doomed captain are 2 sisters and their half-brother, now faced with an uncertain identity and future. Each is unusually beautiful, and each is in possession of a particular magic that will either destroy or save them. Uniquely imagined, told in a language and rhythm that evoke an entire world and way of life, Land of Love and Drowning follows one island family through 60 years of fathers, daughters, mothers, sons, love affairs, curses, magical gifts, loyalties, births, deaths, and triumphs. Set against the story of St. Thomas, this is a gorgeous, vibrant debut. So I am excited to read this. But before I start this one, I will be reading Zami. I'm not sure which the pronunciation is, but by Audre Lorde. So you guys know that I read Coleman Hill, which is a biomythography. And when I was looking up biomythographies, this one came up. And I talked about it in a video. But called the wrong name. I think I said Kami instead of Zami. I don't know. But this is what you find when you look up biomythography. It's right here on the cover. Isn't this cover beautiful? It's so pretty. But I want to start this tonight because I really enjoyed reading Coleman Hill. And just the way that it was written. And I've never read anything about Audre Lorde. I know she is one of our greats when it comes to the literary world. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I'm excited. I plan to start this tonight. So I will update you guys as I begin and see where it goes. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys were some pens that I ordered, because I like to annotate my books, which, if you know me, you know that. But a thing that I like to do is I like to pair my pen with a highlighter. And I usually try to match them to the cover of the book. So for Land of Love and Drowning, I'll probably do green. You've got to be seen. Green. And then for this one, I think we're going to do either this or I'm going to do brown, because the brown skin. Let's see, before I show y'all the pens, let's see what this highlights like. Because if it's too dark, then we won't use it. Oh no, it's not too dark. Doesn't look bad. Okay, so the brown for Miss Audrey. So the highlighters that I like to use in my books, they have not failed me. They do not bleed. They look good in all books and like on all paper types, are the Zebra mild liners. I will put them in my Amazon storefront. You could use them in your books. You can use them in your notebooks, right? If you're still in school. Hi, baby. You can use them in your planners. If you bullet journal, you can use these to like color in your planners and stuff like that. They come out really nice. They look really nice. I have no complaints with them. Now, the pens. I like the Friction Clicker. They are erasable, and they come in an assortment of colors. I love these pens. They are my absolute favorite. I love how they write. Hold on, my dog about to bark. Sorry, he was about to yell. So this larger pack that has more colors in it, let me see. Thank you, Bubs. Thank you, Bubs. Thank you. I thought this color was brown, but it ain't. It's not brown. It is burgundy. Let's see what it looks like next to the brown. I just, everything is matchy for me. Yeah, no, these don't go together. Are you about to bark, Gunner? Alright, so brown ain't gonna be it. But these are ballpoint pens. I usually like fine point pens. They're 0.7 millimeter. But I love how they write, but they erase very well also as well, which is my favorite thing. And they just work really well. I love them. I think he told you, no, you saw that? He said, no, Granny, I don't have you things. So maybe for this one, I'll do my mama's color. And I'll do orange. Because we have a green pen I can use to go with that one. Smaller red, let's see. Or you know what, I will do the brown and I'll just do a black pen. That's fine with me. But I also got, which I wanted to show y'all, some fine point ones. I've never used the finer point ones, but I love a nice little fine point tiny pen. Yes, I do. Street light. Oh, it's not that fine point. It's just a 0.5. That ain't that fine. But these are also erasable, and they come in a couple of colors too. It writes nice though. I ain't gonna show y'all what I'm writing because it ain't nothing important, but so yeah, I wanted to show y'all that. These are cute. I wish they had more colors. In the finer point ones, but they don't. I checked. I probably need to check a little bit harder. That's all I wanted. The other two things that I got, I don't remember if I spoke about them in the other vlog, so if I am being repetitive, I apologize. I did get 2 arcs. I got Hours by Philip. I think I did talk about it. By Philip B. Williams. And I got The American Daughters by Maurice. Who was it? Maurice Carlos Ruffin. I have to remember his name because every time I go to say the book, I like whatever. I'm not putting pictures on the screen because I think I spoke about it already. But I am excited to read those. I started Hours the other night, but I'm gonna need the mental capacity for that, because that's gonna be like a deep read. So yeah, I will do some reading, and well, I'm gonna take Gunner outside because he keep farting. He not pooting, he farting, and it's offensive. So I'm gonna take him outside, and then when I come back, I'll do some reading. Mom said she was making. Ooh, y'all saw me scratching my nose. Whatever, we go together. It's fine. Mom said she was making chicken chili for dinner. I don't know if we ever had chicken chili before. I'll eat it. 39 degrees. I don't like this. That's how I like to have my highlighter and my pen on my book, because I'm a weirdo. So yeah, I'm gonna do some reading, and then I will report back with how this book is and how it's going and so on and so forth. Okay, love you. Hey y'all, welcome to today. It is, I don't know what day it is. It's Thursday, so I believe it's the 7th. I have to run some errands, so I thought I'd bring y'all with me and try to remember to record. We gotta go to the pharmacy. I gotta go to the grocery store. I have to pick my food up and run to Target. So let's go. I'm listening to Silver Sparrow by Tayari Jones. It is the book club pick for the book club that I'm a part of. It's my friend's book club. What is peeling on my face? Oh, it must be the moisturizer and the who's the wusses don't like each other. Dang, I gotta go in the house and wash my face. Oh my god. That's what happens when you mix products that don't bump with each other. Oh my god, that is terrible and bad. Hold the phone. Ain't nobody told me nothing either. I don't know who would have told me or if anybody noticed. Oh my god, that is terrible and bad. They probably think I'm dirty. My face hairy. I'm going through a lot of changes right now. I'm leaving this all in too, because y'all my family. Anyway, I'm listening to, I can't even get it out, Silver Sparrow by Tayari Jones, which is the book club pick for the book club that I'm a part of, my friend's book club. And when I tell you, ain't one good adult in this book, not one. Nobody has sense. Nobody. And then for the mama to go to her baby and be like, what you think about me marrying your uncle, your daddy's brother? Baby, what? Oh, I'm tired. And I'm listening to it on full speed because the book discussion is in 3 hours. And I got, 4 hours. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4 hours. And I got like 3.5 hours of listening to do. I can't believe what I just heard. Okay, I finished Caution by Christina C. Jones. I think that's her name. I finished that last night. That was good. It was also about the vampires, and I think there's probably going to be a third one in that little novella series about the third friend. Those were good. It was Curiosity and Caution. Both of those were good. So now we got to see about the third black brother. He can have me if he like. I don't mind vampires. And I started the Audre Lorde book, and I had to put that down because my best friend called. I know that book I know Audre Lorde she about to hit me up by my collar with that book. I'm excited to read it. There was a quote that I highlighted that was, how does it go? She said, she moved like she thought she was somebody. She moved how I thought God's mother might have moved, how my mother moved once upon a time, and someday maybe me. I said, Audrey, go make me go dig her up out her grave and tap on her shoulder. You was right, huh, heifer? What was yesterday's? Yesterday was the gel, right? Okay, so I did do it yesterday. Oh, it's a lotion. And this one is the smell that we like, or that mommy likes. The Patchouli Lavender Vanilla. She gonna take this and put it in her purse. So I might as well take the other tiny one. It smells so good. Like, so good. And that is the thing for the day. Mom gave him his treats already.
Yeah, they was Santa Clauses.
They were Santa Clauses for the stinky boy. And then that one starts tomorrow. Why it's so heavy? It starts tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll open this one. It's heavy. Like real heavy. I'm trying to think, what was the scent that I used to get?
Something apple.
Yeah. It was like a very do we know what the ginger orange smells like? The one that I liked, it was something apple, and it was we need to take a trip to Soho and go to the store where you stay. They got a big stone sink in the middle of the store. But yeah, I've completed my 80th book for the year. Silver Sparrow by T.R.A. Jones was a ride. It is a story about a man who is a bigamist, and it is told from the perspective of his children. One from his legitimate marriage, one from his not legitimate marriage, and one daughter knows about her father's wife and her sister, and the other one doesn't. So we get both their perspectives and how their parents' terrible decisions affect them. And it is quite an interesting story. Having read An American Marriage by T.R.A. Jones, which if you follow Oprah's book club, you have heard of that book before, which is also a very interesting book. But I'm noticing a pattern here, and I just want to know if T.R.A. Jones is okay. I don't think she is. I think she might need a 72-hour hold down to the Grippy Sock Hotel. You know, some cold apple juice and a coloring sheet. And a very long nap in a room that doesn't have doorknobs. I don't think she's okay, and I don't know what I don't know what relationship it is that scarred her. I don't know if it was her parents. I don't know if it was her granddaddy and them. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it is just cultural research. I don't know. But there is a theme here of marriages and how those relationships affect the people around them, how they affect the children involved or the lack thereof. It just is, it's very interesting, and it makes me want to read An American Marriage again, to see what I just want to read it again, and I may pick up two of her other books. I think she has 4 in total, I think. So that was my reading for today. I am gonna lay in the bed and read. I think I'm gonna pick up the Audre Lorde book. Actually, I take that back. I have a headache, so whatever I read is probably gonna just be something that I don't have to think much about. Just to read. Because there really isn't anything else that I want to do. And the only show that I'm watching right now, well, I'm watching 2 TV shows. Did you watch last week's episode of Monarch?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I'm watching Monarch on Apple TV, which is about Godzilla and his cousins. Okay, it's very good. One thing about Apple TV that I will say is that they don't do a good job at advertising their shows, because they haven't had a show that's missed. We watched The Changeling, which is based on Victor Laval's, I was about to call him Eric. I don't know why I was about to say Eric Laval's book. I probably should call my cousin. That's probably what that is. I think I'm thinking about my cousin. So we watched The Changeling. What else? We watched a couple of shows on Apple TV, haven't we? Oh, the one with Baba Voss. What's that? C like sight. C is on Apple TV. That's very good, baby. He cut that man head smooth off messing with his children. Okay. What else did we watch on there? Monarch is good. C is good. The Changeling was amazing. I can't remember the rest of them, but Apple TV has good shows. So, the one about the podcast with Octavia, what's her name? Mm-hmm. The one, it's like a true crime one on there. The last season had Gabrielle Union on it. That's amazing. So that's 4 shows that I've said that are all good from Apple TV. And then on Paramount Plus, the app, I don't know if y'all know, but a girl likes Westerns, okay? Lawman, Bass Reeves, baby. New episode on Sunday. I sit up and I wait for my Bass Reeves, okay? First of all, that man is fine. That's an attractive black man. But and also, Bass Reeves ain't no joke. Okay, he ain't the one or the two. All right, him on his horse shooting people. But I didn't realize that Bass Reeves was a real person. So I want to do some Googles on him, to find out some more information. So those are 2 shows that I'm watching, other than me watching YouTube. So yeah, I don't really have anything else that I would watch, so I'm gonna read. I do want to pick up the Audre Lorde book though, because Mama is writing, and I'm curious to see where the book goes and what story it tells. Bless you. So yeah, that's it for the evening. See you tomorrow. Okay guys, so I am here in my mom's room where we reconvene for the evening. And apparently, so we were both under the impression that there were 2 boxes, because it was like the first half, the 1 through 7, and then this would be the rest of the month. Well, I come in here, I just got out the shower. I was about to go, before y'all ask, yes, I got out the shower and put on the big t-shirt that I had on earlier, because my heart was racing. I thought I was gonna faint. It was a lot. So she called me to say, come here, because this 1 through 20, what? 24. Oh, so was that one the 25?
I don't know. I mean, I don't. Look, I threw the other box. I didn't read it.
Okay, so we're about to sit here and open 1 through 7, because today's the 7th, right?
Today's the 8th, honey.
Today's the 8th. Oh, we're gonna sit here and open 1 through 8. So this is the box. This is the box for number 1. This is a. Oh, so I can have one and you can have one. Mm-hmm. This is a butter hand cream, but it's the patchouli lavender vanilla that we like. I'm excited about that. That could go in back. Okay, that's box number 1. Number 2, tiny little box, is a white tea. This is a silk body milk. This is like a body lotion. And it's the white tea scent is the one.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no, that smells very clean.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay. Again, another lotion. We'll have little extras to go. Because I don't know if y'all know, but my best friend be ashy. So I keep lotion on me for emergency. What? Don't talk about your child. She do. Her and her children. Number 3, her and my baby, they be ashy. So I keep lotion all over the car, all over the place. This is a shower oil, which is their shower gel. This is in the scent Delicate Jasmine. Oh, that's nice. You'll like that. Have we smelled something?
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You want to know what else I got to do? I got to take my medicine for the night. It's late. Number 4. This is a little heavy. This is probably going to be a scrub. Ta-da! Green Rose. I guess, girl.
You guess.
I guess, girl. It's not bad, but it's not.
No, it's not.
Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I just like the consistency of their scrub. They do a good job.
I do too. They remind me, they're up there with Pukas. Like, I like a scrub that feels like a scrub. A lot of the times you buy a scrub and it feel like nothing. Like, baby, scrub me. Speaking of which, you want to know where I want to go, y'all? I want to go to one of them Korean bath spas.
Yeah.
Because the Korean grannies will scrub you down from the rooter to the tutor. And I deserve to be scrubbed. Okay, that was 4. Number 5. Everybody. A 2-in-1 face polisher, cleanse and polish, energizing mint. Is this like a scrub and a cleanser?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, okay, well. Good to know. You need to, just the way you need to exfoliate your body, you need to exfoliate your face too, girl.
6.
Right here. 6. Let me guess what it is. A lip balm. No. Enriched with, oh no, it's a really tiny hand cream.
Yeah.
And it says Delicate Jasmine. I smelled that one already. Green Rose. Oh, it's a shampoo.
Oh.
I didn't know they had.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
But this is this little thing is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can always use shampoo in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Shampoo be lasting forever in here because we mostly use conditioner. And then last but certainly not least, numero 8. This is a patchouli lavender vanilla lotion.
Is that lotion or?
Yeah, this is the Silk Body Milk.
Okay, so that's okay. I love the POV.
Yes, I'm surprised. We ain't opened nothing with the scent that I used to get. I guess they don't have it no more.
Something apple. Did we look it up and see what it was?
No, I didn't. Did you give Gunner his
I did not.
He sleep. I'm not gonna wake him up.
Leave him alone.
Oh, there he go, itching.
Okay.
Y'all hear my baby scratching? Did you do his stuff yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, so the 8th. Kiki has a cheese advent for her baby.
Really?
For Ginger, yeah. I'm like, next year in like October, we need to look for advent calendars for him.
I want one with toys in it for him.
Right, because he's food motivated, but he loves a good toy. Yeah. So here go his little treats for the night. He'll like that. I usually go in there when I'm getting my night-night snack, and I give him a little night-night snack too. So this will be his night-night snack. What book are you reading? You want to talk to the people about your book?
It's the second part of
I really like.
five-parter. It's Kingdom of Flesh and Fire.
Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Okay, who's that by?
Jennifer Armentrout.
Arm and Trout.
Armen, Armen Trout. Armentrout.
Okay, I don't mean to laugh at somebody's last name, but
so far so good. It's
is it spicy?
It got a little spice in it.
Okay.
They basically vampires.
Oh, I like me a vampire.
For lack of better words, they call them other things, but
they're vampires.
Feeding from
I read a novella. I read 2 of them about. It was spicy. The whole point of the novella was to be spicy, but it was about a black vampire family that's like live forever.
Yeah,
and they get this group of friends.
Yes, young lady's supposed to be a maiden, and the guard that's supposed to be, a
blood maid.
She doesn't realize that that's basically what she is. They've been raising her to use her to feed off of, but then she doesn't realize that she's not totally mortal. She has the blood of, she's half something.
Okay.
And so her powers, because she can feel your feelings and she can take away your pain.
Oh, okay.
But as she's ascending, her power is getting stronger. It's changing. So usually she only could feel pain, but she's starting to feel other feelings.
Okay.
And naturally she falls in love with the guard, but come to find out, he is the dark one that everybody talks about, who is, his goal was to kill her, and everything that she's been raised to believe, she's now finding out is a lie. So
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well,
and this is the second one. I think it's 5 of them.
That's what my mama is listening to. I started a romance today by.
You really don't like it, romance?
I am in my romance era.
Oh,
I am.
Jesus. Okay.
I am. I started one last night called Loyalty Over Everything. But it was making me mad because every name in the book was ghetto, and it was making me a little upset. His daddy name was Truth. He was Loyalty. His brother was Justice. The other one was Wisdom. It was making me upset.
Oh yeah, that's
it was making me upset. And the story itself, like, I was getting bored. So I'm probably gonna DNF that one. And tomorrow at some point I want to sit down and pick up that Audre Lorde book again, because I sat that down and whatever. But the romance that I started earlier is 8 Seconds to Love. It's about his name is Legend. He's a bull rider, and a girl goes to the rodeo with her best friend, and while they're at the rodeo she finds out that her boyfriend is cheating on her, so she is attracted to Legend, and that's where I stopped. So we'll see how that goes. I forget who that one is by. Her last name is Walters. Monica Walters, maybe? I'm not sure. It's my first book by her. But I am reading all the black indie romance because with the Kindle Unlimited, they're basically free. So
might as well.
Exactly. And for what, I don't know what kind of crack they put in that iPad mini, but I read at the speed of light on that thing. I don't know why that is. I don't know what the science is behind that. But I really be laying there like, I'm going to read 2 chapters, and then I look up and it'd be 4 o'clock in the morning. How? So I don't know if I'll be reading tonight because I am tired. I woke up and we hit the ground running. We went to Target. Then I went and got my nails done. A girl is tired. And we got to get up in the morning because we are taking our aunt. Because that's her aunt too. They just the same age. Or is Auntie Lee older than you? Like by a second?
I'm older.
Oh, you're older.
Yeah, Dana and I are older than her by like, I don't know if it's even a full year.
Okay. But that's her auntie too. And that's the running joke. Like. Yeah,
she dying for me to call her aunt.
And you know, she be telling me when I tell her that mommy be saying curse words and stuff, she be like, not my niece. And to so, yes, she do. My granny didn't, when my grandmother was alive, granny didn't believe me neither. She would be like, my baby, my child does not say such things. And I'm like, I live with her. I live here. Why would I make that up? Who y'all really need to ask is Adela. Adela know gay say cuss words. Go ask Adela. Everybody go DM Adela and say, do gay say cuss words? She gonna tell you the truth. She know. Because my mama gonna deny it for the rest of forever. Alright, y'all. I'm going to get to bed. Love you, Mom.
Love you too.
One thing about me and my mom is we gonna be corny and match. We gonna be corny and match every time. Hello, this is my first time vlogging all day. I am on my way to brunch with my friends for one of my best friends, Asia, her 30th birthday. This is my first time like going out like with friends and stuff, so got a bit of anxiety. But also we need to celebrate because I got 2,000 subscribers. I got 2,000 subscribers. I got 2,000 subscribers. I did it. I'm so excited. Thank y'all. And now we on the road to 5K. I am sitting in the car. I have some thoughts, and this is probably going to be the end of this vlog. So I just wanted to, before I got to take the groceries in the house, I'm going to make dinner. I will be making, I'm just going to smother some chicken. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I love chicken gravy and rice with a whole bunch of onions too. So I'm just gonna put that in the oven and let it do its thing for like an hour or two. Chicken fall off the bone, a whole bunch of gravy. That'll be simple. Is that my neighbor? Or is that like her family member? Okay, I think that's somebody that's like a family member. Our upstairs neighbors had a baby recently. I want to knock on the door and go up there, because new baby smell is just so good. And Mom said that she's a little itty bitty little chicken nugget. I love the children. Anyways, sorry there wasn't a lot of book content. I feel like I started off this vlog talking a lot about what I wanted to read, and then mentally, physically, I just was not there until today. I started another Casey Mills book called Informed Consent. I listened to Implied Consent last month, I believe that was. Yeah, it was last month. Informed Consent is about the female main character in that book's brother, right? He got the depression, and so far in the book he is in therapy talking about why he is the way that he is, why he has his anxieties, and one of his things is he doesn't like to be touched. And so far his therapist's suggestion for that is massage therapy. So he is going to therapy. He's trying something new. So far I am enjoying it. I also started, which I told you guys last night, What the River Knows, and I literally only read like 4 or 5 pages, and I feel like I'm really gonna love it. I haven't read a fantasy in a while, and I think I need I read a fantasy last month, that shall not be named because I will not be promoting it at all. But it feels like forever ago with everything that I've read from then to now. This book I think is technically considered a young adult. And so far, again, only 4 or 5 pages in. I'll talk about it more in the next Vlogmas. But so far it is, it's pulling me in. I think if you are a person that doesn't know where to begin with fantasy, I feel like YA might be your go-to. And the reason that I say that is not because YA is like dumbed down and simpler for people to digest. Like, people say that about YA a lot as an insult, and I know that I've personally said that I usually don't like YA because there's always like this that's missing to me. But there's a place for everything. It doesn't mean that it's bad. There's just always a little bit, like, I'm always looking for more, and I don't necessarily know if the more is spice, right? I don't know if the more is like more gore, right? I don't know what it is. I can't really say because I haven't put a lot of thought into it, but anyway, all of that to say, I feel like YA is a good place to start with fantasy to get your feet wet, because when it comes to connecting the dots, they connect them a little bit faster opposed to adult YA, where you're on this long drawn out journey, right? With YA, it is giving you it's giving you questions and it's giving you answers, but it still is making you think, right? There still is very good world building. The characters are really good, so on and so forth. So I'm curious to see where this book goes, and we'll be talking more in detail about it probably in the next vlog. If not, you guys will get more detail about it when I do my December wrap-up video next month. Some other things that I want to talk about. There is a lot of discourse going on right now about children and their reading abilities. The babies can't read, right? And that is a really big issue, because I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. But the conversation that is happening is, and let me say this, I don't have a child, but there are children in my life, and I am fairly involved in their lives when it comes to helping out with homework and things of that nature, right? Like, I probably could do better. But Auntie Shelby is always here to help and to have certain conversations. I'm always about making sure the babies can read, write, count, and all of the things. So I'm open to conversation. I'm also not bashing anybody. I'm just telling you, from the outside looking in, I see things a little bit differently, okay? So a lot of the conversation is about like teacher versus parent. Like, there's half the side has an ideology that it's the teacher's fault that the babies can't read, and then the other half has the ideology that it's the parents' fault because they should be reinforcing what the kids are learning in school, right? And what I want to say is that I feel like this is a very nuanced conversation, that we are all not considering all of the things. One thing that I want to bring to the table is that the parents can't read neither. They can't read either, baby. And at a minimum, if they can read, they have poor comprehension skills. And I'm not saying this to insult anybody, but if the parents can't read, right, how are they going to reinforce the things that the babies are learning at school if they themselves cannot read? It's the blind leading the blind, right? And I mean, blind people are very capable. They can figure things out. But somebody gonna need help along the way. And how you get what I'm saying? You catch my drift here? At some point, we all need help, right? And how are two people that cannot read, a child at that, that can't read, going to be helped by an adult that can't read, right? And that is barely making it by because they have memorized certain things and learned the bare minimum. There's a man, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, and I apologize for not knowing his name, but I want to say he is 35. He has a TikTok. He's teaching himself how to read, right? Because he had what I like to call the diet autism, ADHD. And it went undiagnosed for years, right? And he has some other things, and he slipped through the cracks. He is not a unicorn. He is not the only one that slipped through the cracks. Okay? He is one of many. And the thing that's interesting about him is the fact that he's a black man. It happens to the black and brown children more than it happens to everybody else. So it's like, yeah, we put a lot of pressure on teachers, but teachers also have to follow a curriculum that in most school systems, like in the US, they're mostly concerned about standardized testing, right? They don't actually care if the children can actually read and they can actually do the things they want them to pass these tests, right? Then you have parents, right? Let's talk about the children that look like me. Single mothers, okay? They have no help. They have no resources, right? They don't have money. They got to figure out how to work 6 jobs and come home and cook a meal and make sure the baby is fed and do all of these things and blah, 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 right? They got to do all of that stuff. And then you want them to also come home. You want them to also come home and help with homework. When are they going to have the time? On top of considering they might not be able to read too, right? It's a vicious cycle. And I think what we really need to come to terms with is the fact that it's a systemic issue. It's way above our heads, right? It's a problem that was given to us. And then, I mean, if we really want to be smart here, right? If we really want to be smart and we read diversely and we read these books, we can see that it's systemic, but we can also see how the things go directly back to racism. It goes directly back to racism. And you might want to say, oh, well, they can try this program, or oh, they can try that program. Okay, cool. They got to be put on a wait list for a lot of these things, right? Or the things probably cost them some money that they don't have, right? They don't have. They don't have a car to take the baby to the thing to do this. They don't have the extra money, right, to pay the bus fare on the Saturday to go, or to get on the train on the Saturday to go to take the baby to the tutoring, because they need that little bit of money to make sure that they can feed themselves, or to put gas in their car so that they could go to work to get a little bit of money. Like, it's so beyond us. It's so beyond us. So now I need to figure out how to start some program where I can, or be a part of something where I can help the babies read and make reading fun for them, on a vast, like, spectrum, like not just the littles, but the teenagers as well. Like, I need to figure out how to share my joy of reading with them. And I think the reason that I've always targeted adults is because I understand that children do what they see, right? Obviously, my love for reading is beyond anything that my family could have controlled, right? But and also, I read because I saw people reading. There wasn't this like, there wasn't a stigma to it until like I got to high school and people started calling me a nerd. Like, that's when my perception of things started to change. But you always come back to the things that you love, right? So, but I think it's really important to understand that your children are going to do what they see you do in all ways. You are their first teacher. So yes, there is some truth to the parents should be at home reinforcing certain things, but we also have to understand that if the parents can't or don't know how, that's why they are struggling. So yeah, I just want y'all to consider things a little bit more vastly when we're having conversations like this, because it's a lot more nuanced than pointing the finger at one particular person, right? We have to consider things outside of it being systemic, like outside of that, right, we also have to consider language barriers, right? A lot of these babies speak more than one language, and their language is, their first language isn't English. Like, that's going to play a part too, right? Which is something that fascinates me, because I had a friend whose first language wasn't English, and like I would ask her all the time, like, do you think in your native language and then translate to English? Or like, you got to consider those things, right? And I think we give thinking vastly a bad rap because it's automatically connected to overthinking. And I'm not telling you to overthink. I'm telling you to be considerate, right? That there are so many things and there are so many reasons. The pandemic, we have to consider the pandemic and how that affected these children too, right? Think about how it affected us as adults, right? It was new for us. We shift better. And not always, but we know how to mask where children do not. Like, how has that affected them, right? Some of them are going to thrive in the environment of having to do things on their own and working from home. We're mostly in those developmental stages. Children need other children. They need the social interaction. They need to play. They need to let things out, right? Because this is helping with their brain development. And for all of that to have to stop, obviously for their safety, again, back to we were expecting parents to be teachers. A lot of these people can't read, friend. A lot of these people can't read, and that's no tea, no shade. But then thinking about that in a considerate manner, who wants to tell anybody that at your big whatever age you can't read? Whether it be you admitting that to your baby or your baby's teacher or whatever the case may be, right? Especially as Black and brown people. Because if I go and I say that I can't read, are y'all about to take my baby from me? Y'all are not thinking. Y'all are not thinking. Y'all are not thinking. Another conversation that has some nuance to it, but something else that I've been thinking about, and I usually like to stay far away from the drama that is the book community. A lot of the reason that I like don't post on TikTok anymore and on Instagram, is because I got the hiccups. Y'all gonna say, Shelby, why is you drinking out that cup like that? And I'm gonna tell you, because I am all for the environment, but if you would like to hear me be real ignorant, give me a paper straw. I'm not using no dang paper straw, okay? Forget them dang turtles. I ain't using no paper straw. As a person that has sensory issues and is accepting my life as a person with sensory issues, nothing makes me want to catapult myself out of a moving vehicle more than a paper straw, baby. It makes me want to end it all. Sidebar here, because we get distracted. If you don't have sensory issues, if you can just adapt to new textures and sounds and feelings with no issues, baby, you need to be lighting extra candles and giving praise to whoever it is you believe to. God, Jesus, Buddha, the Orisha, the Greek gods, Odin. You need to be sending extra up, because when I tell you, I'd much rather pull every one of my eyelashes out individually with some tweezers than to have to drink out of a paper straw. It does something to my teeth that I can't handle. Sends me into a fit. Okay, so again, a lot of the reason why I don't post on like TikTok and Instagram and things like that is because the community is really messy, and I want to analyze books. I don't want to have to deal with people being dumb all the time. Y'all being dumb bothers me. And I had to learn that a lot of the girls on like Book Talk and in the book community, they want to be seen as smart, and in doing so, they have bashed and made other people cry. And it makes me upset that I've been in community with people when I know firsthand what it's like for someone to be in a certain community and to be attacked. So I stay away from that, right? So I try not to bring that to my community because I want to bond with y'all over books. I want us to be smart together. Like, I want us to have these nuanced conversations where we can learn and we can grow from each other, right? And learn different perspectives and read diversely, right? I don't want to sit on the internet and have conversations about why you should or should not read urban fiction, right? I'm tired of y'all telling me that Black romance only got trauma in it. I'm tired. I'm sorry, my best friend called. But it's like, I don't want to have those conversations. I want to talk about stuff like why Jesmyn Ward's work is so impactful. You know, like, I want to talk about why reading Black romance has shifted my life. Those are the kind of conversations I have. I don't want to have all of these other dumb conversations. But I say that to say, I wanted to talk about this particular thing because I think that, and this could apply to what I was just saying about the school and the children reading and things like that, but I often think that people assume that because they are good people and that they can read and because they have good comprehension skills and because they are a half decent person, right, that the rest of their generation, and maybe we want to think a little more broadly than just their generation, but the rest of their family and their friends and their coworkers are also as well good people. I'm here to tell you that I'm not saying to not have hope. And I'm not saying to just walk around here calling the people dumb. You probably should, because they are, But I am saying that those things are just not true, right? You can't assume that just because you are some way that people are also on that plane with you, right? They're people ain't even in the same realm as you, and they be standing right next to you, friend. Okay. So there's a situation with an author. I am not gonna say her name because I can't even say what I want to say. It might get my video flat. Ooh, baby, I was about to be ignorant. I'm not gonna say her name, but this author is a white woman. She I don't even know where to begin with what the fuck she did. She made all of these fake ratings on books by Black and brown authors coming out in 2024 on the same day as hers, which is cheating, but also racism. And there has been a lot of conversation going on about how people should not be excited about her losing. Baby, when I tell you, listen, they came down to the house, they said pack up that book, the book deal, any other shit that came with the book deal, the Illumicrate, the anything else that came with it, okay? All your little trinkets, gadgets, and things, and carry your ass on. That's what they had said. But they're saying that people shouldn't be praising that she lost all of these things, right? And I think, again, this could be a nuanced conversation. But what a lot of white women are missing, white women in particular, because they're the ones having this particular conversation, what they're missing is that she wrongfully attacked Black and brown authors because she was insecure about how well her book may or may not do. So now all of these people are being affected by these low ratings and comments and reviews saying that their writing is bad and they weren't real. And this white woman would not privately fess up to what she did. She created fake screenshots. She denied and denied and denied. Why is it okay for her to do that? Why do we have to save face and be nice and wish her well when she, for no reason, attacked? For no reason. for no reason. And it's like trying to put nuance on racism is where y'all got me and the rest of my crew effed up. Black women never get the justice. We never get the justice we deserve. We never do. We are constantly saving everybody's ass. And the moment that we get justice, almost instantly, we're wrong. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Another reason why I wanted to talk about this is because there's also this, like, people are trying to say, like, there was a woman trying to argue me down saying, oh, well, she didn't lose her contract because she's racist. She lost her contract because of cheating. Why don't you want to accept that she was being racist? You don't think that, again, the corporations, they not racist publicly, they racist privately. You know, we do that. What we do in the house is what we do in the house. What we do in public, we one band, one sound. You're not supposed to be racist in the public, and the lady was racist in the public, so she got to carry her ass on. But I'm like, to want to ignore that, excuse me, and to say that this should be a conversation about how much control the man has on contracts, and like that opinions, like racism is not an opinion. I just don't understand. I don't understand how you guys can't see that racism is alive and well, and that it is deep rooted. It's deep rooted. It's not this boogie monster that's coming out and you know, has the it is the boogie monster, right? And it's screaming the N-word in your face and calling you a pickaninny in the 2023. Accurate. But it's also the deep-rooted ideologies and the people that refuse to change. Right? And the scary part is she wrote a book that was going to be out in the world for the babies to read, right? And it's all connected here, right? Because if we don't teach the babies to read and teach them reading comprehension skills, they're not going to be able to differentiate between the bullshit and the stuff that they need to pick up. You get what I'm trying to put down here? It's all connected. Because we can't stop every bad book, right? We can't stop every bad person from writing books. Right? But what we can do is teach the babies to say, to think critically, and to be like, maybe this ain't right? To ask questions, to be able to compare things to other ideas and to connect the pieces. Like, this is why I fight so hard for y'all to read diversely, because if you read diversely, you can pick up on the bullshit and you can be like, nah, this ain't right. Are y'all getting why I go so hard for reading now? Are you getting it? Because I want y'all to be able to maybe pick up a book by an author that you didn't necessarily research, but you thought it was going to be a good book, and to be able to say, like, maybe this author has ideologies that I don't agree with, and here's why. That racist lady that put out an apology saying that basically alcoholism and her antidepressant pills made her racist, was going to put a book out into the world that had who knows what kind of ideologies in it. But if we don't figure out how to get the babies reading on a level that is conducive to making good decisions, what's gonna happen? You see how it's all connected. It's all connected. So, stop assuming that everybody is smart. They're not. They're not all smart. I'm not the smartest the sharpest tool in the shed, right? There are things and ideologies that I personally have that I know that I need to work through. We all could be better in some way, shape, or form, but it starts with the little things that you do, and then it trickles down to your littles. That's where the change starts. It starts with you. Take them to the library. Teach them how the library works. And if you don't know how the library works, make it an opportunity for y'all to do that together, right? Read with your babies. Read with them. If you have teenagers, go to the bookstore with them, see what they're picking out, and read it with them. Have conversations with them. Question their ideologies. What? Just the other day, Kitty was trying to tell us that Santa Claus wasn't real. And I had to let him know that Santa is real, because his argument was Santa uses magic, and he knows that card magic is not real. So if that type of magic is not real, then Santa's must not be real. And I had to let the baby know, first of all, there are different types of magic, sir. How you comparing big old Santa's magic to card magic? Challenge your babies. Debate with them. Let them question you. Let them say that you're wrong. It's not disrespectful. You might be. Do those things with them, because if you don't, they're gonna go out in the world and they're not gonna be able to pick up on these things and to have the conversations and to stand up for themselves in a way that's right. You got to do the things. You got to set the examples, and you got to spar with them. Ask them how they feel about Palestine and Israel, right? And instead of judging them and telling them that their ideologies is wrong, look it up together. Look it up together. When you give them some facts and they say, I don't necessarily think that's right. I mean, granted, teenagers are stubborn. It's a lot going on in their head, so I apologize for the headache now. But like, look things up together. Admit when you're wrong, because it's like, how do you expect them to do things that you've never taught them? And one time isn't enough. Your babies need you. They need you to set the example. And I know it's so hard to be a parent. You have so many things to do. You have so many things to worry about, and there's so many things to consider. But the moments where you read to them, the moments where you let them challenge you in a way that's conducive, right, are going to be the things that stick with them. Ask me how I know. It's going to be the things that stick with them. The smallest things. I used to remember my father, whenever I was reading, he would make me keep a dictionary next to me, and he would force me to look words up. And it would irritate my soul, because you, big sir, are sitting there and you can tell me what this word means. Because he did that to me, I have no problem looking anything up. I don't need anybody to tell me how to do something, because I can look it up. It expanded so much farther than just words. Do the things. The babies need us to teach them so that they can go out into the world and be great. And it's a team effort. It's not just the teachers. It's not just at home. It's the aunties and the uncles and the cousins too. We all need to be helping these babies. We all need to be supporting them. So let me go in the house now so that I can make dinner, put dinner in the oven, and listen to my book. And I need to take my nighttime medicine and all kind of other stuff, because I don't feel good today. But yeah, if no one has told you today, I love you. You are kind. You are smart. You are important. If to nobody else, to me. Bye, friends.